Hi everyone, how are you? Sorry, I ran a little bit late this morning. Full disclosure, one of the kids is sick, which isn't surprising because that happens a lot with kids. But yeah, so they're here, but not just because of that. It's Easter weekend, which means they have Good Friday off, which means they're here all day today. So I was like, well, making breakfast, getting the medicine, checking on fevers and all the things. And I'm like, I just need to make sure I have time to grab my coffee. Oh, that was really hot. I should not have drank it that fast. Oh, goodness. All right. Hi, everyone. Let's go through and do our hellos. Let's see. Angela, hello. Cece, hello. Yes. Yeah. Oh, and we've got so much to chat about, you guys. Like, well, we're pretty well zoomed out. We're not like coloring a page per se today. We're going to be working on a page as we test everything out because there is so much like fun stuff to show you guys. Look at this. How cool is this? I'll talk about this in a second. So much fun stuff to check out, stories to tell. So I was like, I'm not going to be unrealistic and say, let's work on a page today because we'll work on a page, but we're probably going to be chatting a lot. So if chatting's not your thing, you're in the wrong place. We do that a lot here. Let's see here. That way you're not staring at my face going sideways. Rather read these. Let's see. Dawn, hello. Natalie, hello. Thank you. Juan, good morning. Thank you. Bella, hello. Thank you. Thank you, Emily, and hello. Oh, thanks everyone for the happy birthdays. Kathleen, hello. Callie, hello. Let's see. Make sure I'm not missing anyone. Oh, my phone just buzzed. The kids are in the other room, but I need to be aware still in case they're like, we need something. Okay. I love it. This is your birthday song. It isn't very long. Whew. I need to take a breath. I haven't even had the full coffee yet, so this is just me. Cece, hello. Thanks, Ronnie. If I missed anyone, I apologize. I'm trying to catch everyone here. Let's see. Scrolling down. Sure, we're good. Let's see. Josephine, hello. Right? No, it's been a fabulous week. Steve and my parents and everyone just made it an absolutely wonderful birthday. Let's see. Bibliophile, hello. Thank you, Christine. Let's see, Cecilia, jury selection. Thankfully, I have not had to do jury yet, but that's because I'm essentially the only childcare that we have for the kiddos. But once they get old enough to stay home alone, I probably won't be able to get out of it anymore. Durbin, good morning. Let's see, Brooke, hello. Let's see, Ronnie, hello. Yes, Easter, Good Friday, absolutely. Let's see. 29 again, right? Yeah, 29. 29. No worries, Dawn. Right, Josephine? Exactly. Oh, thank you, Heather. Yeah. 29 again. I'm not 40 yet. I am holding on to the last of my 30s. Michelle, thank you. But yeah, so I celebrated last week. That was super fun. I got lucky. And how many 39-year-olds get to have their parents here for the birthday? My mom made my cake. Little Emily frosted the cake. And yes, I had cake. We had a gluten-free cake. And I totally regretted the sugar afterwards. But it was completely worth it. Mona, hello. Audrey, thank you. But yeah, it was great. They were here all week. Steve kind of did like a birthday weekend thing. There was a plant sale that was going on, so he took me and I got to go pick out a couple plants. We'll see if I can keep them alive. I got them their own little pots, so you know. Oh, true crime junkie. I did, Josephine. Today is not my actual birthday. It was a little bit earlier this week, but it's the closest stream to my birthday. Let's just say we're less than a week away from what my birthday was. Johanna and I have very similar birthdays. Thank you, Daniela. But yeah, so it was great. So he took me to go do a plant sale, and then yes, we went up to Jerry's Artorama. I posted a little video about it. First impression, it was good. They had a lot of like, it was, thank you. It was an artist dream shop, honestly. I just wish they'd had a little bit bigger. Gosh, this camera's making me look super pale. Look, I'm not pale. I wish they'd had a little bit bigger open stock pencil collection, but it was a smaller building. Thanks, Bevan. Yeah, if anybody is like, where has she been? I took a week and a half off because I had family visiting, and it was my birthday week, so it was a whole shindig. They did have some open stock. They did have some. Namely, they had some Caran d'Ache ones. I was hoping they were going to have Lumis and Pablos because there's a couple singles that I've been wanting to get extra of, but not enough to be worth it to pay the shipping from like Blix or something. 9 days before your 47th birthday, a week after Easter Sunday. I think once in my life, my birthday overlapped with Easter. But I could be misremembering because I feel like if it overlapped once, it would have overlapped again sometime within the last 39 years. But it was close. But yeah, so I got some singles. So here, I'm going to flip this over so I can focus because I feel like I'm getting distracted trying to make sure I don't look completely goofy, right? It was so nice. 53 on Sunday. Happy birthday, Renee, which by the way, Renee was super sweet. Sent me a wonderful birthday gift that we are going to be taking a look at. There's so much stuff, guys. And that is what we're going to be doing this stream is we're going to be chatting, updates, fun supplies, because right before it all happened too, right before the birthday and everything, Open stock Prismas, Albert Durham Museums, and Neo's open stock. They did have Neo's open stock, which I actually got my first small set of Neo's. They did have Neo's open stock. They might have, no, they didn't have the museums or the Albert Durham, but they had the super colors, which I was super excited about. When I used to shop at Rick, free shipping, it was over $35 in your cart. Really? I've never, are you talking about Blick or is that a typo? I want to say it's like 60 or something, isn't it? Like your order of 60 or 65 or over. But I also snagged the StarJoy Gold. So we have a lot to talk about there. But before we get into all of this, well, that's usually the way I am, where I'm just like, I don't know, I'd rather not make a huge deal about it. I mean, I don't know. I think it's because I'm practical and I'm just like, well, the money that we get spent on a birthday, I could put it towards, I don't know, something. But yeah, Steve was like, hey, guess what? We're going to Jerry's Artorama. I was like, okay. And so we went to the one in Austin. I don't mind saying that because most of you guys know that I am around-ish this area. We had to drive just a little bit. But we went to Austin. And for those of you that are gluten-free and live in the Austin area, there was a restaurant we went to called Picnic. I want to say it's P-I-K-N-I-K, or it might have been P-I-C-N-I-K. Anyway, it was a restaurant that has no gluten, like at all, or nuts, or seed oils, because I know some people have issues with that. But it was a really good restaurant. I wish we lived closer, because I definitely want to go back and try a few things. I had gotten some chicken, and then I ended up getting a muffin to go, because I wanted to snack on it. Oh, it sounds good, Renee. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Blue, hello. Like I said, we're going to be going over so much stuff. But first things first, we finally have some Quilt Square updates. I know some of you guys have been waiting on those for just a minute. So let's zoom in and we'll do the Quilt Squares. If Callie is here, I need to clarify something for one of hers. So Callie, if you're here, oh wait, Callie, you are there. Okay, cool. Callie, when we get to yours, I want to double check something with you. Okay, so we have Michelle's with the added little iridescent butterfly bead. We have got Angela with also the iridescent butterfly bead. We have got, oh, you're right here. No, wait. Was it Lisa? No, wait, it wasn't Callie. Whose was? Oh, Mrs. Butterfly. That's what it was. It was Mrs. Butterfly. Sorry, Callie. I got names mixed up. It's been a long week. So sorry. I meant yeah, Mrs. Butterflies. Liz, hello. Marcy, hello. If I missed anyone, I apologize. Hi, Britt. Wait, stink by Renee. I'm guessing that was a typo, Britt. Anyway, Lisa, you are one charm away. So I swapped out that honey pot and it is the sunflower now. So you are one charm away from finishing your square. Then we have Christine who has finished their square. Christine, I tried to find one of the butterfly ones that would match well with yours. So there you go. You will be up in the finished square club. Then we have Connie Loves Pencils. She's got her first charm, the little heart envelope. Oh, Mystique, you don't want her. Okay, I was like, wait a minute. Why are you calling her Stinky? Let's see, Alex, and I think Alex probably see this one later, but she's got the little bronze Heart My Dog charm on her. She's the only one that got the, I only had one of the Scamp ones. And so she's got that one. And as you all know, my parents were here. So while Mama Illustrator is here, because I picked her first 5 ones. And while Mama Illustrator is here, I was like, hey, you're only 3 away. And also she gave birth to me. So, you know, I said, why didn't you pick out your last 3 to go ahead and finish yours? So she picked the shell. She picked, because, you know, we grew up on the coast and the beach and everything. She picked the lion for Aslan from The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. And I Heart My Dog for her little doggo. And then we have Miss Butterfly. Oh, it looks like it slipped off. They didn't have, you said the cheetah or the something or other, but it didn't have it. We have the bear and the rhinoceros. So if you're watching this back, Mrs. Butterfly, which one, do you want the bear or the rhinoceros, or do you want something different? Right, Angela? It's so cute. But that is the update on the squares. There was a bit of a list. Took me a little bit to get to all of it, but that is that one. All right, so let's see. Where do we want to start? There's a number of things, guys, a number of things. Let's go with, we had some gifts from my mother-in-law, which she's so crafty and super sweet. Look at this pencil cup. So she does a lot of woodworking. She's like a woman of all trades. She does a lot. So what she did is she made this little kind of cup vase out of pencils, you know, glued it all together. And then, like, this is a white pencil here. At first I thought it was glue, but no, it's a white pencil. Right? It's so cool. Yeah, it's made out of color pencils. So she had glued these all together and then put them on her lathe and shaped it into the vase. And then it is covered in resin. And she's like, well, I don't know if, you know, you'd really, because it's kind of small. She's like, I wasn't sure if you'd have a use for it, but I absolutely have a use for it, because when I went to Jerry's Autorama, I got like 12 super colors to try out. It's too small to really put them in a decent case, so it's like it was meant to be. So that's where the super, right? I know, a little bit butterflies, yeah. I'll let her know, Josephine, got to open a store. The other thing she made, which actually has a lid, and the pencils are only in here, right? Their pencils are only in here, sorry, I had some other stuff, temporarily, because I'm working on reorganizing a bunch of stuff, but she also made this. Look at this. Like, so these have got some in here, but this is resin. There's a feather. The wood is myrtle wood. And then, of course, this is resin with mica powder. And then it's got a little lid. So it's almost like a little urn. But for now, it's holding this because I'm in the middle of a reorganize, which I will be doing, like where I put away a bunch of pencils here soon. Probably not on stream because I just need to get it done. But it's been super busy, especially with the kids being sick and Easter and all that stuff. So send her all your stubbies. I probably should, honestly. Right, she is so talented. All right, so that is that. Oh, she also popped this in because, you know, we're from the Pacific Northwest. So it's a little Pacific Northwest nature coloring book, which is super cute. Got, like, you know, all the little animals, little otters and seals and everything. I could probably find this online, but it's Pacific Northwest Nature by Lita Ench, I'm gonna guess is how you pronounce it. Right, myrtle wood is amazing. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the bottom of this one is myrtle wood as well. But that's this one if you want to look it up. It's small, it's cute. I haven't colored in it yet, but I probably will at some point. Let's see. Good morning, Christina. All right, I'm trying to set things as we go. Quick pause from gifts. I posted a reel this morning. I've decided, I know it took hours. Oh, butterflies, you're here. Did I miss it? Did you say, do you want the rhinoceros or the bear, or do you want something else? In fact, I'll probably lose it in chat. So send me a message, like email or Instagram or something, and let me know what you want instead. I pulled aside the bear because it was most similar to the last birth. Is that what that was? Anyway, I pulled aside the bear for you because it was most similar to what you asked for, but since it is also your last charm for your square, because that one finishes it, I didn't want to just do a my choice. I wanted to give you the choice to choose your last one. So shoot me a message, let me know. Okay, so I posted a reel this morning, and I've been trying to kind of game plan because I have this tendency where I'll post a lot of videos over the course of like 2 weeks, and then I won't post anything. D20? Oh, nice. Oh, that was you that commented earlier, right? Hi, Anna. Oh, you like teddy bears. Okay, perfect. There it is. And after that, we have one animal charm left, and it's the rhinoceros. But yeah, so I've been wanting to, I'm trying to think of a new schedule for posting. Rather than posting a bunch in a couple weeks and then not for a couple months, I'm going to shoot for one a week. So I've kind of planned out a thing. And one of the things that I did this morning was a coloring roulette. Now, I wasn't sure if everyone was going to be aware about these kinds of dice per se, but so Steve plays D&D. And I've played it with him before too. So we have a fair amount of dice in our house. So the idea is I put in 4 books because I want to put different things every time, so it's not always the same. So I can put in 4 books, use a little dry erase marker, wipe it off, and then I use, where did it go? Oh, there it is. The D4, which honestly is my least favorite dice to roll because it just doesn't roll well, but it's a D4, so it's got max of only 4 numbers. So we rolled that, and we got small victories. Then I combined the D20 and that's the D20, and the D12, and whatever numbers that was came out to be 11 and 7, added it up to page 18. And that particular page, should do a square overview of where all of them are. It's really hard to remember how many charms or which ones we picked. It's fun. I really should. What we could do, I need to brainstorm about that because I would need to figure out where to put them. Maybe I could pin it in Discord because I feel like if I put it on the website, it would be a little messy. Same thing with Instagram. I might do a post in Discord. Oh, nice, Christina. Yeah, that's a good idea, Durbin. I'm gonna brainstorm about that one. One with 100 numbers, really? Oh yeah, and I'm so glad. Yes, rest up. I'm so glad that went okay. Got so many of those dice, right? Has a coloring roulette, so to speak. Once you pick your page, then it's a go. Ooh, I'll have to check that one out. Does she do does she do dice or does she do a wheel? I knew I had heard people do it before. But I wasn't sure anybody had done dice because I didn't want to accidentally copy anyone, but I hadn't seen dice, but maybe I just missed it. So anyway, so I combined the 2 of these and I got page 18. And then since there were 4 motifs, I rolled another D4, a bonus one to choose which motif. Then from there, I wrote down the medium, which man, I hope I never get, water-based markers for a Christine Karen because that wouldn't about an Excel sheet? Possibly, but then people would have to correlate the name and then go look it up on the store. So I could just do photographs of everyone's squares and then update them as we go along. 2 sets, one is blue with glitter, butterflies. Oh, that's so nice. Oh, nice, Roslyn. Right, exactly. Oh, cards that she pulls. Okay, perfect. I was like, oh no, I didn't mean to copy, I swear. Did you will? Yes, I've seen that one too. So yeah, anyway, so I rolled the D6 and we got water-based markers. And then from there I realized I put brand, but I realized I don't have a ton of different brands. I have different kinds of water-based markers, loads of Arteza ones. And in fact, I think I even missed an Arteza one that I didn't put on here, but obviously the Stedlers. So in that case, I rolled a D4 again because I was just like, well, I don't have a full 6. And then for the colors, because I had five or 6. Anyway, the point is I rolled like per column and whatever, because there was like 20 in each column, and then whatever they were, that's what went there. So anyway, that was super fun. If you want to check it out, that is up there on Instagram. I'll probably do it again at some point. I mean, I laminated the sheet specifically because that. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, and it helps you think outside the box, honestly. Like, it forces you to do things. Yeah, I was thinking that because I was lurking in everybody's, well, not everybody, but, you know, whoever I could. But in Shannon's, too, when she was talking about her Monopoly one. So that's really good. But I was like, okay, I don't think anyone's done dice. Does my next square have to be my name I want to do? No, absolutely not. You could do whatever name you want on it. Choose from any book and apply the medium chosen to that. Exactly. Yeah. Just fun ways to kind of step you out of your comfort zone and maybe think of something you wouldn't have thought of before. But again, I really don't want to do water-based markers in Christine's book. I feel like I would just destroy it. Right? It's fun. Yeah. If I get enough people that say like, hey, this is really cool, I want to try it, I could make the because this is, I can make this as a PDF. I mean, granted, it caters to dice, and so maybe I would need to include like instructions on a separate page or something, but it's really just a guideline. I mean, it's for you, for whoever wants to do it personally, and so you can, change things like I did here. Obviously, it wasn't different brands, it was just different ones. A ton of dice. Which paper takes water well? Oh, Miss Butterfly had a question. Oh, what did you say about my quilt, Madam Butterfly? Yeah, you can do whatever name you want on it. If that's the one you were asking. Oh wait, Mrs. Butterfly versus butterflies. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold up. Okay, it's Madam Butterfly, and then butterflies. Which one was yours? Wait, have I been doing butterflies on the wrong one? Did I get them mixed up? Hold on. Okay, I need to investigate that later because I think I got your names mixed up. I think I did. So we're gonna look up Mrs. Butterfly. Wait, butterflies. Okay, so Mrs. Butterfly is Madam Butterfly. If that's the case, then I'm gonna fix these. So sorry about that. Mrs. Butterfly. Okay, and then butterflies. What was the name that was on yours? Was it butterflies? I might have been mixing you guys up this whole time. Yeah, no, stop the clock because I think that I messed up. Don't fret. Okay. I feel like I need, oh, Deanne. No wonder yours is so empty, Deanne, because I haven't been putting anything on it because I've been confusing you guys. Well, between you guys together, you finished your dang square. Oh, boy. In case you can't tell how red my face is, my hand's next to it. Yours is good? Okay. I need to go through emails and see, this is why it's always good when we do things like on the live that I get emails because I have to go back through and double check. But I totally dropped the ball on that one. Yours is good. Okay. Okay. Butterflies is Deanne. Okay. I will be investigating that afterwards to make sure everything is squared away because what? Oh, I know it. Okay. Yeah. That was a fudge up on my part. Yeah, because I totally added your charm to here. Thankfully, I have like a record. All of everything that's ever been redeemed is here. Like I have a record. Okay, thanks guys. Anyhoozle. All right, so when we come back on Wednesday, I should have, you have a Daisy Muffin Dog Paw. Yeah, currently it's just a D. I'm gonna grab it so you can see it. Oh, that was the mic. Sorry guys, sorry. I got up, walked away, realized I was still attached. That was my bad. Bye Dawn, thanks for being here. Yeah. So, we just need to mush those together. Hi, Dee. Okay, are we good on audio? Because I totally just yanked that. Oh boy. All right, that's set aside. I will be spending a little time with those two squares. Squaring away the squares. Oh, hi, Alex. So anyway, moving on. Come on, button. Oh, this thing. There we go. All right, well. Oh, they do. They do. It was just more expensive than this one. No, I actually, okay, this thing is not working now. I can't switch back and forth if it's not working. Okay. Sorry, I was just replugging in my Stream Deck here. There we go. So they do. They do. This is a really, what is the brand on this? It is Rode is the brand, and they do make wireless ones. It's just considerably more expensive than this one was. So, you know, maybe down the line, probably not a bad idea. But in the meantime, I just need to remember to detach myself from my freaking computer. All right, so yeah, no worries, ladies. I will be sitting down with those 2 squares, going through my records and situating it, because I definitely combine. All right, so, and I know Renee's not here, but she had to step away. One of the other gifts, I had a rabbit in a circle, a flower, but yeah. So I literally, there's a reason your guys' square is done, because we're filling in one square. She sent pan pastels. So this was a gift from Evelyn, and Renee has very kindly expanded. They were in 2 separate ones when they arrived, but I put them together. So we have got kind of a nice ochre, and then we have this. What is it? So yellow oxide is that one. This one, I haven't seen the name. Maybe like a lemon yellow, or like, I don't know, it's got a little bit of green, maybe a chartreuse. This one is Hansa yellow. I mean, these are so vibrant. Oh, that was the other thing. The Jerry's Artorama, that is true, Angela, had open stock pan pastels, which I thought was really cool. I didn't get them because I was also trying to, you know, like limit myself to a point. Like, yeah, you know, it was the birthday trip, but I'm not going to like go drop $500 on supplies because, you know, groceries. And then we have the purple one, which is, and we're going to be testing these out today. I have Magical Jungle because there is a page with leaves where the leaves are really big and you can fit a lot in there. This one is a violet. Do I have exclamation point violet on mine? I know that we had that for Belinda's, I think. This one is really pretty. I love a good teal. Reminds me of like almost the cypress green. Gotta eat, so true, right? They're so lush. Like, you would think they're makeup, Angela. Like, it literally feels like powder. Exactly. Also, I'm getting over a mild cold myself, too. It's just going around, so if I'm a little bit more sniffly, I apologize. So that one is, as Steve would say, phthalo green. There you go. Violet, you're turning violet. Right, exactly. And then this one is... Be careful. I know, right? That's why I'm holding it close to the table. Permanent red. So we can definitely have a lot of fun with these. I need to, like, the skin tone ones were easy because they're all kind of in the same range. But I'll definitely get more practice with blending with all of these. This one, what am I gonna? I'm gonna guess it's like a, well, it's attached to the other one is what it is. There we go. Burnt ochre, maybe? Maybe, if I can, there we go, a little bit stuck. This one is burnt sienna. I was close. And then this one, I'm going to guess, it's a little bit pale for a Van Dyke brown, but that's what I think of immediately. Raw umber. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Actually, I haven't spent that much time with them. And then we have white, and then we have black. So quite a few colors to work with. And then it came with, well, here, I'm going to put this in so I don't knock it. So I think it depends on how you use them. I don't think they're any more messy than regular. Well, actually, they might even be less messy because, like, when I think pastels, I think chalk pastels, which are really light, and it can get in the air a lot. But it came with, so this came as a set, this bigger one, and it came with 2 of these. So we got a couple different applicators. These are meant to go on these sticks. We have the different shapes. So she sent along these ones here, and then refills as well. Because that's the only thing is these don't last all that long. Track pan pastels, never used. They're so fun. If you've got a place that does open stock, you could totally go get like 2 similar colors, like maybe ones that you like to use for a background, and then go from there. But yeah, I am super excited to try those. So that was from the lovely Renee. Honestly, guys, this was an amazing birthday. It was absolutely wonderful. Like I said, had my parents here. You know, Steve took me to a plant store and you know, got to hang out with my parents, and he took me out to eat. I mean, shopping spree in Jerry's Artorama. Yes, please. Oh wait, I have a little announcement to make, Josephine. I'm getting, you're getting married! Congratulations, Angela! Do I have a song for that one? This is your marriage song. Oh wait, I realized that it isn't very long. Would not work. This is your marriage song. It'll be really, really, really long. I realized halfway through, that's not a very good marriage song. But yes, that's awesome. Congratulations, Angela. I think my Blake is selling. I'm gonna have to go there when I'm off for my birthday weekend. Yes, that's awesome. Oh, you know, we got hype emotes. Can we get some hype emotes in chat? Here we go. Hold up. There you go. Woohoo! That's awesome. Congratulations. They also had oodles and oodles of paintbrushes, so I got 2 because you guys know how much I like my starting to get excited. Well, I sure hope so. You got to do like a you know, PG bachelorette party. Or not PG. Oh, you're grown up. Do what you like. I got a, what is 3/0, super teeny tiny. Let's see, I was working a little bit in the mini enchanted forest with the tiny brush. Me either, Durbin, me either. I'm excited. And I've been wanting to redo this page for a while. I think I started it with pencils at some point, and then I never got back to it. Hang on, where is it? It is a page that I started when, or that I did early days. Is it this one here? Where the heck is it? I painted it. It should stand out. So I think we'll be okay. All right, that'll do it. That'll do it. Let's see. Looks like I started that one a little bit. Wait, is this secret? This is Secret Garden. That's why I'm not finding it. Well, gosh, I don't know where I put the Enchanted Forest. Anyway, I posted in my stories, and I did the little tree trunk with the colors because I was able to snag a few more colors. I shouldn't rush into it. There you go. I was able to snag a few more colors. I thought about trying new ones because they had the Holbein gouache there. They had the Schmankies, which I know are also really nice. But my thing is I'm not going to switch brands of gouache now that I've invested. And I say invested because like the designer gouache, they are not like your typical... that worked. Oh, but like Suzanne ended up sick, didn't you? I don't know how many people ended up sick. So I was just like, oh, I feel so bad. But I've already invested like in this. Wow, that's really bright. And so I wanted to work on building this collection. So I got 3 new colors, which I absolutely love. I mean, look at this cypress green. How pretty is this color? Like, I'm realizing as much as I've always loved the color blue, I think my official favorite color is teal. Go figure. I've got kind of a, not quite a cypress blue going on, but it's still a pretty teal color. Anyway, this is easily my new favorite color. Like, it is so pretty and so pigmented. So the funny thing is I've been trying to keep them all to where they fit in my little travel palette, which is this one here, right? Yeah, it's so pretty. As you can see, this is a very well-loved palette, and it fits 12 colors, plus I've got my 2 whites here. You look at this and think, gosh, how could she even keep her colors clear? Somehow I do, but you know, it's a roller coaster. Right? It's so pretty. And so I was hesitant to get any more colors because I was just like, I don't think I can fit it in there. So I was for sure going to get these 2. And as I was walking away, Steve would be like, oh, well, what was the other color you wanted? And to give you like a little bit, which is why you're like, only 3 colors. These colors, depending on, some of them are in different series, like they're reference to like series 1, series 2, series 3. And some, right, it's so pretty, Marcy. Some of them are more expensive than others. So for a tube of the 14 or the 0.4 fluid ounces of paint, they will range anywhere from $10 to $15 per tube. So it's expensive. These ones were not in the, well, one of them might have been. But anyway, I had decided on this one and thought that was enough. And then he was back there and he sneaky stored this one into our basket as well. So still haven't got any voice. Oh, it was COVID. Oh no. Well, maybe for tomorrow you can just nod. Oh, fun, Marcy. I wish we could paint here. Like, we rent, so we can't. But, like, I would very much do teal. Like, right there. Absolutely. Say I do tomorrow. Right? It's kind of a key couple of words. But yeah, so I got cypress green, linden green, which is kind of like a very, very light green. I got it because, like, I have a few green, but I do a lot of, like, plants and whatnot. So, right? Exactly. You don't need to talk for here. And then Prussian blue is this one. That it was between this one and indigo, and we ended up with Prussian blue. But seriously, love it. I keep them all in the basket, and I have added them too because one of the other things that I've been wanting for around the house, well, not around the house, but here rather than the travel one, is a little ceramic palette. So it's got a lid. And I don't remember the brand of this one, but like I said, I got it at Jerry's. Really, honestly, any of the ceramic ones will work. But it's got these ones I was using for just mixing other paints in general. But you can fit, looks like 20 colors in here. Right, Britt? 20 colors in here, and then the lid doubles as an extra palette. So this is what I've been doing when I've been working on the Rachel Reinert page that we did before, and then of course the trunk page. The amount of things, like, I've got 3 crochet projects like going on all at once. There's just not enough me and not enough time to be creative. Let's see. So I got the paintbrushes, and then those paints. I mean, full disclosure for the, because we got some Pablo Super colors, and I want to say they were like $3.50. The prices were actually really decent. I know sometimes, like at Hobby Lobby, they can be marked up, but I was just looking at like open stock pencils just on Amazon, which I know is not the best place to buy open stock. And their price for a single pencil was like a lot. But these, I want to say, were about $3.29 or $3.50 a piece. I got the palette plus the paints plus, well, we'll go over it, but basically just keeping in mind that everything that I got there, I think total it was like 140, right? Seriously, I need more of me. Like I'm never bored, honestly. Like I always have things to do. And then for their open stock, they did have polychromos, which I don't have at my regular Hobby Lobby or Michael's. So I went ahead and snagged a few that I knew I was low on. So we've got magenta, cream, dark sepia, dark indigo. They didn't have all of the colors there because I would have gotten probably a pine green, but they didn't have that. There really isn't. We need more. Bluish turquoise, ivory, and walnut brown. So I got a few open stock for that one. And again, I don't recall the last time I spent that much on like art supplies. Like I was really hesitant to even let Steve do it. He's just like, it's your birthday. I'm like, I know, but you know, I'm too dang practical. Unless in public when I can't do my hobbies. I use a bag I bring a bag for crocheting. Thanks, Mr. Butterfly. All right, so then we got the Supra colors. Now, I have the museums. The lovely Renee, was it last birthday or might have been the birthday before? She's so sweet. Got me a set of museums. So that's basically the Lumi version of the watercolor pencils. The Supra colors are essentially the Pablo version of watercolor pencils. So the ones that I got, and I was kicking myself because I realized I must not have laid them next to one another. I got 2 of the same pencil, and the whole plan was to get like a variety. But it didn't. I got 2 of the same ones, and I was like, come on. Anyway, but rather than getting, you know, like primary colors, I went ahead and just picked out like a color palette worth of it. Oh, absolutely, Mona. The Prismalo? I don't know. What are the Prismalo? I don't think I have Prismalo. So we have Prussian blue, turquoise green, light lemon yellow. This one is special because when I was there, I happened to notice, and I posted this on Instagram, and nobody really had any solutions. Oh, I've got it on autofocus. Actually, that kind of works out. Here we go. It has a white tip on the bottom. Prismalos. trying to think now. Was that the one where it was supposed to be the NeoColors, but they sent something else? I think that's what it was. I'd have to refresh my brain, honestly. Hi, Heather. Sock Patrol? Oh, CEO Sock Patrol. I didn't read that second part. Honestly, like I was sitting here. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I think they were the student grade ones. But this is the peacock green, and it obviously looks different. It's got different font on it, and it's got this little plastic barcode that you can peel off of. Anyway, I did my research. Turns out this is a vintage Supercolor from like the 1990s, which makes me cringe thinking, 1990 is vintage, but you know, the Goofy movie just celebrated its 30-year anniversary, so there's that. But that one was the peacock green. There was also this one here. I think this is also an older one, because although it doesn't look the same as this one, the font for the Supercolor part is the same. Oh, sounds good, Angela. Hey, and feel better. And also, congratulations. Enjoy your wedding tomorrow, Missy Ma'am. That's amazing. So there was the dark green, and then there was this one is purple violet. Then we have two light purples, not intentional. Azurite blue, aubergine, sky blue, royal blue, greenish blue. Definitely had to get a black, which is crazy for me that I'm at that point. Yes, absolutely. Ivory black, periwinkle blue, and then granite rose. Seriously, kicking myself. I would have gotten something different, but here we are. So I picked out, yeah, these are all Supercolors. So I picked out, like I said, a palette of them, and these are the ones that I got. It's a little bit bright. Let's turn that down. So what are my impressions with these? I feel like, because I pressed pretty hard on these, I am glad I got a small selection, because knowing what I know about them now, I don't think that I would want to invest in the full set. Partially because the museums are so much more vibrant. And I think Shannon might have actually mentioned this before, but it was nice to be able to kind of check it out myself. So these are without water applied. These are with water applied. Now, it doesn't mean that I made this exact same size. No, I actually went across a little bit. But yeah, they're pretty, but I had a really hard time getting more than muted colors with it. Let's see, where is, oh, there's that Enchanted Forest. Where did I put, because I did do it, oh, here it is. I did do a test on, where do I find them at? Well, I have the link for the Supercolors in the link below. These ones I got open stock at Jerry's Artorama. So I did do a test of colors, if I can find it. Here we go. So these top two are the Winsor & Newton. Never super again. Shannon told me I did not listen. I would have museum or booked her. I will use my supers up, but not right. Yes. So like I said, I was glad that I got a section of them, and they're not bad. They're muted because ink tints are super bright. Yes, ink tints are super bright. Super bright. Oh my gosh, I can't talk. But yeah, in comparison to the museums, I would definitely rather do the full set of museums. But so this was the Winsor & Newton using some of the new colors. This one I did with the Supercolors. So they had special edition Supercolor set. I was thinking of a special edition. Was it like a new formula or new colors? So, no, I'm right there with you. I'm always tripping over them. This one here was a little bit lighter, and that's when I was like, man, these are very, I mean, they're great for when I want to do a pastel effect, obviously. But then for this one, I tried pressing harder. So you did get a more vibrant look, but when it's next to these really vibrant Winsor & Newton gouache, like I look at the two of them and I'm just like, I think that if I were to choose, oh, new colors, that's cool. Video didn't really say. Having these side by side, given the fact that the Supercolors are, what are they? They're two something, but in my head I register them as $300, and with the tariffs they may end up going to $300. But the point is, looking at this two side by side, given the price of a full set of these, I would rather take the price of the full set of these and either apply them to the museums, just go for it. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. The museums, or invest in more colors for the Winsor & Newton gouache. So maybe I shouldn't have compared them side by side. It probably wasn't super fair, but I'm glad I have them because we will definitely, I told Steve, like after this birthday, we have got content for the next 6 months, like because we are going to be doing a page focusing on each one of these things because, and I need to do more research. Oh, this was the tree stump. I do want to finish this one. This one I started on pencil. This is actually pencil up here. But yeah, I want to finish this one up with paint. But I stopped that because then I had to do other things. So like I said, the amount of work in progresses I have. What was I saying? Anyway, we're going to be doing something, a page with each one of these. Good morning, Della. Because the other thing too, so we'll do like a page with, you know, that includes the new colors of the gouache, obviously the super colors. I picked out a palette specifically for that reason. And then the NeoColor 2s. Exactly, right? It's fun to explore. Like it's been absolutely amazing. The NeoColors 2s. So this was my first set. I got a little 15 set. But here's the thing. I need to watch a video because these are brand new. What I did for these is I colored on the paper themselves and then did a separate one and I applied water. But obviously, for something like this, the tip is entirely too beefy to work necessarily in something detailed like Johanna's books. But I also know we could use this like paint directly off of it. So here's my question. For those of you that use your NeoColor 2s in your coloring books, do you use them like you would the gelato? So like grab the Caran d'Ache palette, you know, the one that's kind of rough, scribble a little bit on there, and then use it as you would a watercolor. Because the colors, I mean, look at how vibrant those were. I mean, in comparison even to the Pablos. And that's the other thing. Like there is some oil-based in the regular Pablo pencils. Is there any kind of like, what makes these different from the museums? I would love to know the makeup between the two. Scribbling onto rough surface and using a brush. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Hi, Allison. Because I'm trying to, and again, I want to watch some videos on people using these traditionally, not necessarily in coloring books, but you know, like full artistic piece of artwork that's going to be sold like at a gallery or something, like straight to paper from a palette. Yeah, so I think that's probably the best way to go about it for coloring books, but I would love to see how they're used in their entirety so I can learn more about them. But we are definitely doing a whole page with these. That's what I'm thinking, Durbin. I feel like it'd be, grabbed a water for paint water in case we end up doing that today. And I almost reached for it for my coffee. Who takes direct from the tip with a brush. Yeah, so I think I need to make myself the amount of pigment and fillers. So you feel like with them being such high-end pencils, I clearly just need to do like full, just go down the rabbit hole of these like pencils and the NeoColors and just like get all my questions answered. Because you think, you know, Caran d'Ache, especially for the Pablos or the Lumis or the museums, the super colors, that they are such a high-end brand that maybe they wouldn't have as many fillers, I guess. But yeah, I'd love to know like the formula behind it to see, you know, how it works. Most use it right on the paper like a good person. Like person to watch is my, My Colorful Country Life. Gotcha. Oh, person. That was meant to be person. Fruit Craft uses Neos in a very unique way. I have her class and it's amazing. She has some videos on her YouTube relaying the Neos in similar crayons. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. Well, I'm definitely taking a deep dive on that before we do a stream with them, because I don't just want to, like, learning on our way is good, but I feel like I want to go in there with a little bit more knowledge. So I'm excited to use them. We have a little, the 84 set. See, if I end up liking them, I'll probably upgrade to a larger set. But yeah, so this is just the 15 set. I think I have this one linked in the description. Basically all the supplies that I'm showing today, I think I have listed below, because we got like smatterings of, to sell a student grade, they have to provide filler, otherwise no need to create. That's fair. That's fair. For Neos on Kirby, I'll often use a wet brush tip against the Neo. For Giant Bastards, I'll use lightly add layers from the Neo directly and then dry, then build. I think your mileage will vary. Yeah, that's the other thing, is because they're so soft, like I don't want to wear them down too fast, you know? Okay, so that covered the open stock. and the super colors and the paints and the NeoColors too. So I think, oh, and the pastels. So we're almost, oh, Shell's Coloring Journey. I did. Yeah, that's what we're gonna bring on next. I got the big set on a super good deal, so I grabbed and hope to get time to play with them. What was the deal on it? Like, cause I'm always, because I don't know much about them yet, I'm trying to keep an eye out. Like, I was looking up stuff on Amazon as I was at the store, cause I was like, I don't want to get this if I can get it cheaper on Amazon, especially like the sets, right? Shell's Coloring Journey, is that like Shell Arty, or is that someone different? Hang on, I'm gonna write that down. So we've got Colorful Country Life, and I follow Lindsay, so I just need to look that up. But I'll do Lindsay, Frugal Crafter, and Shell's Coloring Journey. No, not the same person. Okay, cool. I got my little sticky note notes, so I'll go ahead and look them up afterwards. Love the Neo 2. Started with 10, then upgraded to 30, then Christmas picked up the 84. Blick up in Portland. Wait, Allison. There's a Blick in Portland? Oh, snap. Hang on, guys. Hang on. Because if everything goes according to plan, we'll be in that area late summer. So here, let's go to maps.google.com. Okay, we're gonna go Portland, Oregon. Okay, and then we're gonna go to, I had no idea there was a Blake's up in Portland. Oh, there's two. How have I never, are they new? Have they been there forever? How have I not known this? Oh my word. Only a 9 to 10, right? Down the road is from Powell. Oh, I love Powell's. I miss Powell's. Okay. I'm adding that to my note that if we end up getting to go there this summer, going to Blick's, because that's amazing. Walking distance. Go to Powell's, get a new color magpie coffee. Oh my God. That's what I need to do for my birthday next year. I love Powell's. Powell's is amazing. All right. See, now you got me all excited. There's a Blick. Why are there so many? Okay. That's not fair. I want Blick's here. Don't get me wrong. Jerry's Autogram was fine. It was just kind of small, and they're open stock. Open stock pencils is what I was most excited about. All right. We're just gonna look in the US and look up Blick's. That's funny, because when I type in just Blick's, it doesn't pull it up for being in the Pacific Northwest. I need to do some research. There's one in Tucson. There's some in California. Wow. Yeah, I'm going to have to swing by there. Seattle. When I lived, train right away. That was my birthday treat. Art supplies, then Pals, and some vintage toy, Billy Galaxy, coffee, and croissants. Oh my gosh, I love that. I've yet to go to Blick's in Columbus, Ohio. It's not that far of a drive. Oh my gosh, we need to just we need to go on a Blick's tour and just go to all the Blick's. All right, so StarJoys. Now, I am going to preface this with, I did not know much about them when I got them. I remember when they came out. Everybody was talking about it. It was this thing. But at the time, they weren't as inexpensive. Like, they're not expensive. I think at the time when they were released, they were like $35 or something. For whatever reason, whatever we had going on at the time, I was just like, well, I don't really need any more pencils. It's fine. It's just another budget set. But here is what changed my mind. If you are following Sarah Renee Clark, you will know that she put out a video recently. Ooh, nice. Well, how far, I mean, obviously you don't have to say exactly, but like how far-ish, like is it a day's drive, less than a day's drive from there? Like, I'm kind of hoping that if we go there again, because Rachel Reinert is Pacific Northwest, we've been chatting, it'd be cool to meet up and get coffee with her. Anyway, I didn't get them at the time, but Sarah Renee Clark did a video where, It's a pleasant 5-hour trip. That's not too bad. That would be such a fun trip. Gosh, you need last time I went to Canada was when you didn't need a passport to go to Canada. But anyway, loads of coloring pencil companies say, oh, ours are light fast. Ours have this light fastness rating, you know, blah, 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 blah. But what she did, and if you haven't watched her video, like, and if you love like kind of numbers and breaking down like the facts and formulas of everything, go check it out, because what she did is she did a 6-month-long test where she did a swatch of all, like she did markers too, but she did a swatch of a ton of different pencils. She did 2 of them. She did her control and she did another one. And one of those she put up in the window, like a window that gets a lot of sun. And pretty sure she's in not New Zealand. No, she's in Australia, which means they get a lot of sun, right? So she left it up there for 6 months, and she took measurements throughout the 6 months, obviously, and then compares it to her control ones that were, you know, she kept stored in her desk. Right? It was so interesting. Like, I'll admit, I don't watch every single one of her videos, but I saw that and I was really intrigued. Right? So she does this whole 6 months thing where she tests all of these different pencil brands. And it actually answers a question that we kind of suspected but already knew, and the fact that a lot of pencil sets don't have pinks, especially the higher end ones, because it is harder to do pink light fast. In all of her tests, the pinks were the ones to fade the most and the quickest. But here's what caught my eye. For the most part, it was only the expensive brands that held up, except for the StarJoys. The StarJoys held up amazingly, and I don't even think the StarJoys are advertised as light fast. So I would love to know what they do differently than other pencils. And so honestly, like seeing that because these were, I'm not sure what they are now. I don't actually know if I included a link for it. But when I got this, not the case, obviously, I got the case separately, but when I got the pencils, they're $25. So even more budget than they were initially. Now, again, I don't know with the way prices are going to change these days, but as of now, as of when I got it, it was $25. So I went ahead and got them. Now, again, I got them without too much digging, right? Like I kind of, you know, heard chatter about it when they came out, but I didn't pay that much attention because I wasn't planning on getting them. Went to Blake near downtown San Diego. The staff I interact was kind of dismissive because I wasn't buying paint or canvases. I had a coloring book with me and wanted pencils. Oh, weird. They're both sketchy, but Portland is pretty. That's fair. Anyway, so I got them and I opened up the box. Let's see. Do I have it over here? No, I think it's on the other side of the room. I opened up the box. And I'll be honest, usually around 25 to 30. Yeah. Actually, let me grab the tin real quick so I can show you if you don't have them, so I can show you what we're talking about here. Hold up. Okay, I take it back. I don't know where I set the tin for it. Anyway, if you've seen it, I opened it up and I was like, the heck kind of color order is this? In fact, Shannon was live when it came in and I messaged her and then I was like, oh wait, she's live. So we talked about it in chat briefly. And I was just like, what kind of color sneeze all over this chart is like? Would they take the pencils and just chuck them out? And again, this was me not understanding why they were the way they are. But my initial reaction was like, what on earth is happening? And you guys know how much I like my color charts, right? And I was just like, what kind of insanity is this? So then of course I go into Shannon's stream and they're like, oh, by the way, there's a video you should probably watch. And I'm like, oh. So I went ahead and found it. I found the video and it was Lori, it's My Colorful Country Life, right? She helped create, am I getting her YouTube name wrong? I know it's Lori, but I think it's My Colorful Country Life. Anyway, she helped create these pencils. The community helped name them, and they kind of helped put everything together. Anyway, so I found the video where they talk about it, and here's the reasoning why. Because I also watched, Karen. Oh, Color My World, that's what it is. Thank you. Sorry, I get them all. I get them all mixed up. You guys know who I'm talking about. Guys, look, I can barely remember if I brush my teeth during the day, okay? Trying to remember people's names that I've never actually talked to is really hard. Not my color frequency, Color My World. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, no, that's correct. Karen, you know what I need to do? When I first started streaming, I made a name list for me for everybody, like even Belinda's, because I couldn't remember Belinda's. That's how new I was to it. Thank you. Yeah, Lori from Color My World. That's what it is. Okay. So I watched Corey's review. I don't think so. I saw an update a few months ago when I was looking at her thing, but I don't think she is anymore. I don't know if she still plans to or what. So Lori, if someone shares this video, I apologize for my knee-jerk reaction. I now understand why they were the way they were. That being said, this kind of order works better for me personally, which is why I did it for me. Now I will, I'll put this blank one. I meant to do it at some point this week, so I will do that this weekend where I'm going to put this blank one up if you want to do it. So anyway, but the way, like I said, I watched Corey's review of them and I watched Claire's. Now Claire also has a downloadable, I don't know if it's on her Ko-fi or not, but anyway, Claire has a color family chart. I believe she broke it down in a little bit of a different way. But after watching the video that Lori made, the review from Corey, and the review from Claire, I get why it's that way. And the way that she described it is that it's meant to be a starter, like it's a pencil set for people who are unfamiliar with color pairings. So the way that it's organized, and I wish I knew where I put that tin because it's printed on it, but the point is, the way that it's organized, it's in color groups and skin tones and pastels and grays. So yes, it makes sense. But again, it's catered towards people that are unfamiliar with, how to make color groupings. Now, for me, since I've been doing that for a while, I really like having the similar colors next to each other so I can see their warm and cool tones just a little bit better. So this is the chart I made for myself. Now, also, because I've gotten messages, and I'll be honest, I have not kept up with doing my color charts as well as I probably should have. So what I've started doing, because sometimes companies change their color order or their color names. So on any of my new ones, I have started adding the month and year in which the chart was created. So if somebody downloads it and they're like, why does mine look so different? It will have the date. So as of the date when I purchased and received the pencils, it was April 2025. So I'm updating the charts that way. So if you see a date, that means that it's been recently done. Hi, Kara. But yeah, so it's impossible to keep up with all the changes, and yeah, I'm behind on charts. I'm aware of that, but life stuff. But essentially, if you see a date, that's mean it's one that's been done recently, so there's a little bit less confusion, because like even Artesa's, I know, has changed their names. But most of these charts, unless somebody has shared their color order with me, these are charts of pencils I already own, and I obviously don't rebuy the pencils unless I absolutely need to, like if I'm all out. So it's the chart that basically I am sharing with you guys the charts that I use for my pencils. Anyway, okay, moving aside. So I got them in the color order that I liked, and I got a slightly kind of goldish, yellowish hue case for them. I thought it was fitting, and we have got them all in here. Now, I haven't done anything with them aside from, do you need these pencils? Well, I don't know. How many pencils do you have? I mean, nobody really needs pencils. Actually, I am a full enabler. I don't know. Not so much on the greens. Yeah, there's really not. That being said, I didn't notice it because I really like the blues. I mean, go figure. Look, we got teal. Oh my gosh, my nails match my cup. I just realized that. But yeah, so the whole reason that spurred me to get these, thank you, Kim, was the light fastness. They withstood Sarah's rigorous testing, because not a lot of these companies have the means to do these full-length tests, despite the fact that they claim that they are light fast. Sorry, my brain stopped working. So yeah, so we have loads of new stuff to play with. Loads of new. StarJoy, not gold or better. See, I don't have the other ones. Ooh, maybe I need to get the other. You know what I need to do? I need to remove the super colors from my wish list, and I need to add the regular StarJoys to it. I couldn't justify getting any more, like purchasing any more supplies though, because I was just like, we just got a lot recently, so I need to be focused. Anyway, but eventually, yes, I would love to compare them. So, I mean, like I said, we have got content for the next 6 months, I swear. So we've got the StarJoys, right? We've got the NeoColor 2s. We've got, Angela mentioned the Prismalos. I don't know. I need to look at those again because I don't even think we've done a page with those. I don't know. But we have a lot. Paints, pencils, all the things. So what I thought we would do today in this time that we have StarJoys. Do you have the regular ones or the golds, Dee? I grabbed Magical Jungle because it has, and I'm actually leaving because we're going to kind of play with everything a little bit today. This isn't going to be a page that we're going to like finish per se, but we're just kind of testing everything out. Sorry, I'm trying to make room here now. So I grabbed the Magical Jungle because there is a page, which, by the way, this is my original Magical Jungle, the one that I think this was the first time, short of when Johanna sent me a book as a thank you for doing the project with her, for like if you go on her website and you go to the Secret Garden page on her website, the colors or the pages that she has up there are pages that I colored, which it's just, it was such a fun project. But anyway, this was the first official book that she had actually sent me, like as an early release one. I don't think she's doing those anymore, which honestly with shipping and stuff, it makes sense. We got so many of her books that are being released though soon. It's awesome. And I remember, I think I did 10 pages because I got this book about a month before it actually released. And I think I did like 10 pages. This one was one that we did later, but this is probably, of the big books, this is probably one of mine that's the most full. At the time I was part of a Facebook group and everybody picked what they wanted color in here. We did it that way. We've got, that one was done with Loomies. Let's see. But I like this one because it's got a lot of big spaces. So I thought it'd be a good, I got a little panda there to test this out with everything else. We got this one we started, but I never finished it. Not surprising. Got this one. I've seen a lot of people duplicate this one, which was really cool. So anyway, we're going to be testing it on this page. Fun fact, all the little extra designs I did while my kiddo was doing gymnastics. It's a good conversation starter. But this was done with Prismacolors. And then you got our little hippo with the clouds. This one was the used pencils I never used, which were my neons. Reacts with a black light though, which is cool. That one was some sort of watercolor pencils, I think. Another one here. Like I said, I think I got, yeah, a ton done. Colored this one at Barnes & Noble. Everybody thought it was pretty cute. Any hoozle. We're gonna do this one here next to it because we have such big spaces. Now we got a little bit of line transfer from whatever pressure I put from the other pages. So I'm just, oh, my music stopped, didn't it? A woof. I like it. I have so many woofs. Like, it's kind of ridiculous. Yeah, definitely have some woofs. You know what we need to do? One of these years, we need to do the years of the year of the whips. And literally every unfinished page I have, just finish them all. That works, right? Hang on, I'm just going to vacuum this up. But yeah, the time off was absolutely wonderful. Finally finished the 2,000 piece Star Wars puzzle I've been working on since Christmas. My mother was here and she loves jigsaw puzzles at all, and that was done. We finally got it done, got it all sealed and glued, and I put it on a black canvas, and it is now hanging up in our loft kind of gaming area. But I finally got that section of my living room back. Okay, so what do we want to start with? I think I kind of want to start with the pan pastels because I have not played with those at all. Like with the Neo Chews, I haven't really played with them, but I did do a color chart. So let's start with this one. I feel like that's going to be the best space word. Thanks, Kim. Yeah, 39, which is just, it's crazy. You know, you see those reels on Instagram or TikTok or whatever, and they're like, so people born in the mid 80s, how's that back pain? Like, not good, not good. You still grunting when you stand up? Yep, doing that. Now I do have like the skin tone ones, but we're gonna play with the new ones. So we have got loads of amazing colors here, which is kind of perfect for this page. I mean, hello, this palette is literally this right here. So I haven't blended with these kinds of like bright colors that are so different from one another. So this is going to be interesting. Yeah, it blows my mind a little bit. I saw a video somebody did the other day, and they're like, you telling me that you used to, oh my gosh, these really stick together. You used to have to, like, you had limited minutes? It's like nights and weekends, baby. Yes, we had limited minutes. God forbid you actually go over them. Or if you accidentally hit the internet thing on your flip phone and you're like panicking because you're like, oh my gosh, it's going to cost $100 to use the internet. And now we like use it for everything. The name of the purple one. Yeah, so the colors that we have, this is, you can figure, it's just violet. This one is raw umber, and the link to the set is in the description. This one is burnt sienna. This one is ultramarine blue. Also true, Ronnie. Let's see, permanent red. Hansa yellow. I mean, I got RAs, so it's more how you feel than the number. Does that mean that I'm like 30 years older than I am? Because I got the arthritis, man. Oh, I almost dropped that one. Yellow oxide and phthalo green. All right, so bunch of cool colors. We're gonna grab the tools here. Let's see. Got my little scissor cup over here. Okay. Oh, so they recently came out with 53 new colors, the pan pastels. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Yeah, I didn't bother getting any of the open stock pan pastel because I knew Renee had, this had arrived already. I was like, I don't need that. Okay, so we do have these with extras, but since these came with it, we're not going to need to open that yet. 40th high school reunion. I don't think my high school class are doing reunions anymore. I mean, most of us with social media, we keep in touch kind of that way, but I'll be honest, those people are not worth the plane ticket it would get to get out there. I don't know if that makes me mean, but whatevs. Oh, nice, Kim. Yeah, so this one was a gift from Ev. In fact, the reel that I did for this one is easily my highest viewed reel like ever. It was crazy how well it did. Now, I really want to do this one because we have the biggest space, but I'm also like second guessing it because my hand's here, but we might just get like a piece of paper to put over the top, or we could do a different one. I don't know. I kind of want to do that one. And I'm thinking probably going to end up using this triangle one. Is going to be the best for smaller details. Let's see. Let's actually just get one put on each of them. And then that way we kind of use it as needed. And then of course we have these blenders as well. I mean, I really do feel like these are like the closest to what makeup is actually like of like any art supply. Like they're just so soft. I definitely need to use them more though. Like I feel like they have so much potential. There we go. Okay. We'll put those there. I don't know how much we'll use the white or black, but we'll keep it open just in case. Or not a thing over here. Thank goodness secondary school was not the best. Right? I know. It's like little Emily. Like she has good days and bad days at school, but it's just like there's just certain points in your life when you're at school and you think, I wouldn't go back and do it again. Like I would just be like, well, I definitely don't want to do that. Do my own makeup so anyone who can use this is magic. The 30 of us were closer in high school. See, there you go. Yeah, Kim, exactly. Okay, so yeah, I really just want to do this leaf because I kind of have this sort of blotchy thing in mind. But again, I haven't blended with these bright colors yet, so this could end up being a complete disaster. So I don't know how many other supplies we'll get to today. In fact, let's turn off our autofocus so that it stays. There we go. All right, so let's see. How do I want to do this? I kind of just want to dive in. Now these are super soft, so I'm starting with just dabbing them. You can see how much we get on there already. So let's just start. Let's start here. Gosh, a little bit goes a really long way with these. I can tell you that right now because like I didn't even press hard. I just barely dabbed. And I want this to be kind of soft on the edge anyway. And even though I went over it, I think I can erase where I went over it on. Yes, that erased. That's nice. All right, we're gonna dab a little bit more. I feel like I need a tip for like every color. You know what I think I'll do? Because I have this extra rag here next to me. And I don't want to be too rough with it because, I mean, this does break down eventually. So I'm just going to very carefully. Yeah, it literally feels like a little makeup brush, except it's a bit more specific. Let me turn that down a little bit. There we go. That's a bit more accurate. Okay, let's go ahead and grab some of the violet. And again, I'm just barely tapping it. Dab it just a bit because I just want to take what I have there and blend it in with the teal. Now, if I remember correctly, maybe a little bit more teal. You can use pencil over the top of these, right? Does anybody have a favorite pencil that works best with this? Sorry, it's bright outside. I'm trying to keep this pretty true to color. So I've gone over the edge a little bit. Now I'm gonna just a little bit. There we go. Let's see. Let's get the blue now. Just a little dab. Yeah, it's amazing to me. These are so soft. Like I said, a little bit goes a really long way. There we go. Get just a little bit more. Go a little bit darker. And at least at this, you don't have to worry about your paper breaking down because of the water. Okay, let's get a little bit more purple. Only have the portrait set. That is this one, right? Yeah, because that's the one that I have as well. I just feel like bright colors like Magical Jungle was the way to go for this one. Because, I mean, it's the epitome of... look at this other page next to it. Like I went to town. Although I definitely have some wax bloom on it. Which if you're unfamiliar with that is, it gets like a little bit like paler, I guess. You can see it on top, so when you wipe it with a rag, kind of wipe some of that off. Anyway. Thank you. Let's see, I'm trying to think, when did I do this page? That would have been, I think I did this page like a decade ago, honestly. Okay, so we got some of that blue there. Let's bring in some of this yellow. And again, I have some color on it already, so I'm trying to be careful and not transfer too much of it to that. So we're gonna do yellow. See, it's got some of the blue already. This might be one of those ones that I go ahead and swap out, or maybe turn this upside down. There we go. Use both sides here. So I'm actually gonna erase this real quick. Is that I went from like using a dark color to a light color and that contaminated a bit, so I just flipped it over. Now There we go. That's better. Here we go. Yeah, I like that a lot. Okay, a little bit of yellow. And because we're putting yellow on top of blue, it's kind of leveling out green just a bit. It's very fast, yes, absolutely. Ooh, I like that. I like that a lot. It's a little bit bright for you guys. I'm gonna turn that down just a bit. There we go, that's better. Do you have to seal pen pastels, like chalk pastels? I don't know. I'll be honest, I've never really sealed any kind of pastels, but it's mostly because once I'm done with the picture, like I put it away. But if it's a book that you're coloring a lot and you don't want to transfer it to the other side, if you're not sealing it, you could always put like a piece of tracing paper or regular paper in between. Yeah, I'm realizing that, Kathleen. That was a good call. That could have been disastro. So I'm just kind of flipping this back and forth because I want to utilize this as much as I can. Really vibrant colors that work great in alien worlds. Ooh, how are you able to, like with the tiny details? You absolutely could. I know that they're out there. I just haven't, like, I could lie and say, oh yeah, you absolutely need to do, I really haven't. Probably my college art instructors would be cringing right now, but I think that comes I think that's more important when you're like displaying your piece or it's going to get a lot of traffic. Like if I was coloring the other side of this, I would at the very least put a page in between. But when they're in books, they're kind of safe as it is. There we go. Oh, I like it. It's so pretty. Now we've got some reds and some oranges. Just don't want the color to transfer. Yeah, no, I don't blame you. Let's go ahead and use, actually for the red, we might grab a different tip real quick. See, and like if you dedicate a tip to a specific color, it's not like you're going to throw these away when you're done. You just set them aside and you know, oh, I used it for this color. Could you zoom in? Yeah. That's about as far though. Oh, eyeshadow brush. Yeah, so it actually comes with something like that are eyeshadow brushes. Oof. These ones here. You're good, Jeanette. We honestly spent the first hour going over birthday gifts and super fun stuff. But now we're just starting to play with them. So you're good. You're good. All right, let's do some red. I just love that it doesn't take much. It doesn't take much to do it. Okay. Pop that off. I'm going to grab the other one again. I'm going to do the purple. Ah, thank you. You're on the big 3-9 now. Which is just crazy. But I'm not totally unhappy with the way things have gone. I mean, I probably would have hoped that the world would have been less on fire by the time I reached, you know, closer to 40. But, you know, it is what it is. It's just a little toasty. We'll get a fan going. It's fine. Everything's fine. Okay, so I'm just swapping these tips back and forth. Carstic goes, if you print on watercolor paper, just wait until you get to super heavy and saturated. It's fun. Ooh, oh, I can imagine, Allison. I can imagine. Not sure about Posca. Yeah, I'm not sure. Okay, we're gonna get a little bit of blue here. Let's see. Let's do blue down here. So like I said, I can erase more. Oh, I was going to tell you guys though, and I can probably show it to you because I'm not exactly doxing myself, but when we were driving up to Austin, there was the prettiest view. The sky was super blue, and I think I can show it to you. And I really want to turn it into an ink drawing. Oh, hang on, I got messages. Let's see. Okay, sorry. Something for the kids, but it wasn't pressing. Let's see if I can pull it up, because it is just so pretty, and I want to do just an ink drawing of it. See if I can find it. Here we go. Like, how pretty is that? That's downtown Austin from the side we were coming in at. Like the way the sky is reflecting off the buildings. Like, how cool is that? So like a black and white ink drawing with like an undercoat of like blue watercolor or something. Oh, so pretty. Obviously I wouldn't include the highway, but the buildings themselves were so pretty. Like, I don't think I'd ever want to live in a big city. I think it's just too noisy. But visiting is not too shabby. Okay, let's do, that's pretty clear. Let's grab some of the green. To the corner, she let me play it. That's awesome. Yeah, well, she's the one that gifted me these ones for my birthday. It was so exciting. You guys are so sweet. Seriously, this whole community is just absolutely amazing. Made for a very, very wonderful birthday. Not to mention, my mom was here to make my cake. Right, Durbin? Like, I like living where there's not that many people. See, I feel like this blue got a little bit influenced by the purple, so I might grab a fresh little thing for it. Actually, we'll just do the opposite side of the red one here. Right, Kim? Me too. Yeah, see, there you go. That's a bit more blue. Da-ba-dee-da-ba-da. It's copyright, copyright. Do, 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 do. Right? No, it was great. I made lots of good food, and then on my birthday day, I mean, you guys know that my parents spend some time in Mexico. That's, you know, why we did the whole charity stream and everything. Anyway, but my dad does a lot of fishing, and so they brought back some fresh fish from Mexico. Well, fresh frozen, but the point is, you know, they caught it, filleted it, and froze it, and they brought that up from Mexico. And so they made fish and chips. You better believe I ate those potatoes. Decided I'm not completely cutting potatoes out of my life. I will, you know, watch how many I eat, but like potatoes are life. Anyway, but they made fish and chips, and it was absolutely delicious. They used like my gluten-free ingredients and everything. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's so hard. But yeah, so they made fish and chips and a cake. Oh, to show you. It was one of the gifts the kids got me. Little Emily really look, you can see me. Hi. Anyway, they got me a best mom ever trophy. It goes up on there. Little Steve. I need to reattach the eyes and the ears. He made me a dog. The ears and the eyes went a little wonky, so we're gonna glue that on, but that was absolutely adorable. Oh, and the other thing, my parents got me a cast iron griddle. So I've been using that here and there, kind of learning cast iron a bit, but it was really handy when I was making food for everybody when we were here, because we didn't eat out. We picked up food once. I don't know, usually when my parents come, we don't usually go out to eat all that often because I like to cook here. Mom has dietary restrictions too, so it's just easier for everyone when we can just cook here. Right? Super cute. Okay, let's see. Let's do yellow again on this one. Let's see, grab the yellow side. Oh wait, it's right there. Yeah, cast iron pans are new for me. Like, I have an enamel cast iron Dutch oven, but it's got the enamel on it. But yeah, it's been definitely a little bit of a learning curve. Right? Well, I was thinking, how can I use all of these colors and still have them be cohesive? And I love a good rainbowy nature. And we've got all of these supplies to try out too. Like today we're kind of playing with the pan pastels, but yeah, we are going to be doing, like I said, I want to watch more videos on the NeoColors, but we're going to be doing a lot of fun stuff like this. Okay. Do that one, or because can I have that for the blue? Let's wipe that off, and we'll do more of the teal. Go adventuring around Central Texas. Highly recommend cruise market for barbecue in Lockhart. The hills around it should be covered in wild. Oh, I don't know how far Lockhart is. Now I'm curious. We go down when we were in Cedar Park in North Austin every weekend through May. I feel like Lockhart's a little ways away. Hang on, I want to look it up. Lockhart, Texas. There we are. Let's see, directions. Oh! Oh wait, that's Lockhart. Actually really close to Lockhart. I thought it was going to be more north. Well, that's good to know. What did you say it was called? Let's see. Cruise Market for barbecue in Lockhart. Ooh, okay, yeah, I'll write that one down. Oh, what if there's wildflowers over there? We've been looking for a good place for bluebonnets. There's this one field that I drive by all the time, and they've got an entire field of bluebonnets, but it's private property. And last year they mowed it. Who mows bluebonnets? Like, that's just, I feel like that should be illegal. But my whole bonnets think they have to go. My cruise. Oh, nice. It's going to be in 80s today, Gabela. Yeah, Yana. So how, I saw you were mentioning it. Whose stream was I in? I was in somebody's stream yesterday. Was it Amy? It might have been Amy. I was just lurking. And I saw you were mentioning it. How did everything work out for you guys? I know you said like your neighbors had gotten affected by some of it. But how did you guys do? Okay, let's get the blue. If they're a flower, no, they don't really have, they don't have any, like the way that it's set up, you see it's just their house. They don't have any equipment. They don't have a barn. They don't have like, they don't do anything specific. If you saw the house, you would understand. Let me just put it this way. I would not walk up to that house and knock on the door by myself. They may live out in the country, but their house is shady as heck, so... and not shady as in there's a lot of trees. Let's just say I wouldn't go by myself. Let's see. Oh, and that's a good point. You need to rest. Right? Oh my gosh, Allison. Yeah, well, I that's why I don't, I as much as I would love to be like, hey, can I go take pictures in your amazing, luscious field? I value my life, so I'm not going to. All right, let's do a little bit of the violet. I mean, you can see, like, it's using so little. But yeah, I might look at that, because I definitely have a few blue bonnets that I'm pressing, because they're very pretty flowers. I feel like blue bonnets are essentially a rite of passage in Texas. Flooding was awful. I didn't get flooded, but 3 houses across the creek from here at risk of falling in a major mudslide to get all of. Oh my gosh. And you trying to rest up and heal from all of this, like that's got to be so stressful. Make sure you do some self-care and watch the chores that you're doing. Be careful. Okay, let's go ahead and see about adding in a little bit of shading and maybe fill in the edges too. Excuse me. Erase a little bit of that green, but we'll fix it. Foundations may not be stable. Well, yeah, if it's done that much. How at risk is your area, like your specific area though? Like, is it in a situation where you'd like consider moving just because you're like, well, gosh, if it happened to them, like, that's probably what I'd be nervous about. Ended up sending them back because some of them came broken cords and just kept breaking. Oh, yeah, that is so disheartening when you spend that much on something like that, and then, you know. These smaller boxes of the pan pastels, I would assume so. I mean, this is just the skin tone set, and this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Unless I miscounted. How many here? Oh, yes, that's just the yellow ochre. But yeah, they do. And like I said, yeah, you can also get single colors. Like I said, the Jerry's Artarama I went to had open stock of pan pastels. In fact, I want to say a clip of that was in the reel I did too. As close as it's been once I lived here. The houses are up on a hill. 4 days of rain caused mudslide in the creek. Oh, yeah, that'll do it. Okay, so we have some browns we haven't used, but I kind of think I want to, what's going to be the most precise here? Let's go ahead and use one of these itty bitty ones. Exactly. Shipping from Japan. Interesting. Okay, so we're going to use raw umber here. Okay. See, I don't want to get rid of too much of the color, but we're going to use the other side to sort of smooth it out. I'm going slow on this because if we've learned anything, a little bit goes a long way. And then we might actually like test out going a little bit heavier, because I would love to do some of that straight green on the borders of these. Soften the edge there. How are we doing on time anyway? Doing all right. Like I said, today was a massive chatting and just kind of hanging out stream, updates and whatnot. Okay, so let's go ahead. I want to try and do some darker. So we're going to grab, we got this green one over here. So I'm going to go the very tip of this. Probably get just a little bit more than I have in the past. Oh, yeah. Oh, kneaded erasers are great. I got, keep one up on my little glide gear bar here. Highest elevation of several hundred yards to the creek. Oh, that's good. That's good. Okay, so let's see. I want to be careful not to drag my hand over that. I'm going to get a little bit more because I want this to be a super rich, well, we could do, no, okay, let's just start with the green, because we could blend that into another color. There we go. Now we're getting that real bright color. Oh my gosh, there's so much pigment to these. I love it. So fun. They offered to replace them, but I politely turned down the offer and returned them back. I said, no, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, I would have been pretty disheartened with that if that had happened to me. Gosh, this is so fun. Like, these are the brightest colors I've had with these before. Yeah, I think we'll do some blue at the tips here. I'm curious how soft I could make the black for this. And I will say my throat's starting to feel a little funky after chatting for a couple hours. We'll probably skip words today. I'm pretty much on the tail end of it, but little Steve and I pretty much have the same thing. So, you know, super fun. Awesome. Oh, that's good, Kim. All right, so now I'm going to get a little bit of the blue. Oh, I like that. Yeah, I'm glad we're doing the two colors. I briefly considered, especially because little Steve, he was running a fever and everything, and I briefly considered canceling. You know, he's fine now. We gave him medicine and everything, so it's not like I'm not neglecting my child. Believe me, he is cared for. He is fine. But I was just like, nah, man, it's been a week and a half. Like, I don't want to move this. But no, he kind of it likes it when he's sick, because I tell him, like, all right, well, your only job is to sit there and watch as much screen time as you want. Also drink water. And at least it's Easter weekend, so they've actually got a 4-day weekend this weekend. So we'll dye some Easter eggs and, you know, do Easter baskets, and we'll set up an egg hunt and all that good stuff. Here we go. Oh, nice, Kim. Get a little bit darker here. I want to see if I can, how dark I can get this. There we go. That's a bit better. And I think we'll go in with our green again too. Ooh, Jackson's. Does Jackson's have physical stores? They probably do, right? It's not just online. There we go. All right, let's get our green again. Thank you. Which one did I do? Yeah. All right, so we're gonna get the green. Oh, fun. Oh, Alex, did you see your square update? Okay, let's go and sweep this away here. Okay, we're going to clean up the edges. Okay. Have a sponge for each color you have. I have finger daubers for ink. I use my card making, keep them very clean. Oh, no. Oh, is it like, oh, I've got them. But yeah, is it like the ones for the distressed ink? Awesome. Good. Okay, let's just see how dark the black gets. I mean, because it is dark. So let's try it. Because I didn't have, the darkest color I have for the pan pastels is this dark brown. Oh, Jackson's art is UK based. Okay, so no, we would not have one here. Coffee almost done. Hang on. That's it. Definitely had the mighty mug today, so I wouldn't knock it over. So you can see how much darker that is. So, you know, you'd think someday, oh no, someday my art supplies will get here. Hang on 1 second, guys. Sorry, it was the kiddo. I told him if he needed anything to come in, he just wanted a snack. So, big sister's gonna get a snack for him. Okay, so let's see. I'm going really light because, I mean, it is black, so I may regret this. But I'm hoping if I'll build it up slowly, I won't regret it. Well, that's not too bad. Obviously, I'll clean up the edges. Actually, that kind of works well. Okay, I need to do another Christine Karen page, but with all these colors. I mean, the first Christine Karen page I did with pastels like blew up, so. Oh, nice, Alex. Okay. It is nice though, because although he had a little fever, it hasn't been too much. When he was little, his fevers just lasted for days and days, and they were always so high, and it was always so distressing. So I like that he's getting old enough now that his body has fought off enough things that it does a little bit better job fighting stuff off these days. No one likes to see their kiddo not feeling well. Well, I like that. What do you guys think? I like that a lot. I mean, obviously we were just testing it. We got a little bit of time. We can test something else out too. Maybe we can do a little, actually, we could do some of the super colors on another leaf. But let's put these together so don't lose them. Lex is the only place. She does. Yes, she has two. I have them pre-ordered. So I've got some links for pre-order books that are coming up. But yeah, Christine has 2 books coming up. Super exciting. Carefully putting all these away here, because if I don't, I will know my luck and I'll probably like bump into them or drop them or something, and I don't want to do that. So there we go. We've got them all in their little, oh, forgot about the white. Hang on. Yeah, definitely need to do another page with these. Absolutely. Aw, thanks, Kim. Okay. Now I've already got water out, and we'll use one of the new paint brushes as well. So let's move these, put that up there. Okay, dust that off. Let's see. Obviously we don't have a ton of time, so we'll do something small. Let's do this one actually. Okay, so make sure we're good. Let's clean up this edge here just a little bit. There we go. Okay, so the colors that I picked out, oh, absolutely, Alex. The colors I picked out, when I did them, I chose them as, not as primary colors, but I kind of just chose a color palette to work with. So we got some light lemon, we got some pinks, purples, blues, and greens. Go figure, those are all like my favorite colors. I just don't gravitate towards orange that much. I don't know, maybe it's just me. But I did get a black, so that's good. So we've got loads of rainbowy colors here. So let's just dive in. Let's start with the dark green. So we're gonna fill in with pencil first, and then we will apply our water. So let's do green. Now they color real nice, like they're not scratchy at all by any means, but they definitely have, I'm gonna press harder because I wanna try and get as vibrant as a color as possible. And here's the interesting thing. This green that I have, the one that's vintage, much more scratchy than the newer ones. So they've definitely improved their formula over the years. Doesn't mean I'm not gonna use it, but the newer ones definitely feel better. So these are the Pablo Super colors. This one is peacock green. That one was dark green. They have pearlescence? I don't. Ooh, I might need to look into that. Yeah, I don't have any of those. I assume that it's like mica powder ones, right? There we go. Let's do a little bit of dark green here. They really have. Well, ever since they outsourced them from the US in 2010, the quality has just changed. It is not as good as it used to be. So if you find vintage Prismacolors, you hold on to them for dear life. They look to be the pastel colors. Oh, very cool. Yeah, I'll have to look at those. That sounds intriguing. Yeah, because if it's anything like mica powder, like it should definitely shimmer on top. Cool thing is Steve has a half day today because it's Good Friday, so he's going to check the P.O. box for me on the way home today, and then he's going to be home early. Bought my mom for her birthday last year. Oh, nice. Oh, bought for you. I was going to say, I'm like, wait, you bought it for your mom? What about you? Okay. But yes, that makes more sense. Gotta love birthdays. I was so pleased to have them here for that. It was great. And then they're headed up to my siblings' place up north, and they're going to do Easter with them. Okay, let's do a little bit of royal blue, which looks a little bit more purpley. We're going to sharpen it just a skosh. Okay. So we're going to do royal blue all along underside of this leaf. There's no shortage of color on these Magical Jungle pages. Like, I loved using this much color. On the side. Nice thing is since we got his inhaler stuff figured out, when he does have a cough like this from being sick, it's not nearly as bad as it used to be. So that's nice at least. Like I said, we're going to be applying water to this one too. Coming in July. Oh, how fun. You can get them in a set. Yeah. Yeah, how do they blend? How do they blend with the regular pastels? Okay, and then let's do some pink, and I mistakenly have two of these pinks, but you know, it's cool. Maybe we'll have to do an entire page of just pink. Maybe just pink and the purple violet. So let's see, let's go ahead and do, we're gonna do like every other color for these pink ones. A little windy out there. I know that a little bit more north, they're going to be having like some tornado stuff going on, but thankfully that doesn't seem to be the case here. Wind's been picking up a bit, but weather has been fairly mild, which is kind of nice. A little bit refreshing. And we can add more once we've added water too. All right, so that was the light purple. Just wanted to, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. All right, let's use the turquoise green. Gosh, I love turquoise. It's such a pretty color. Like I said, that cypress green of those Winsor & Newton colors it's easily my new favorite color. Hands down. There we go. All right, let's go ahead and apply our water, and let's do, I want to do this one or the smaller one. You know what, let's go for it. We're gonna use, this is a number 3 round. Okay. And definitely when I'm using any kind of watercolor pencil, I like to go light to dark first, unless I want to bring more of that darkness down into it. Go. 80 in Ohio. Well, yeah, for this time of year, that sounds a bit warmer than it usually is. I think we've got some thundery days coming up next week. The weekend looks okay, though. Okay. Hang on, I've got phone buzzed. Sorry, just making sure there wasn't anything pressing. Oh, I already did that one. That's what happens when you get distracted. Okay. I'm excited to do stuff with NeoColor too. Get some snow, oh my goodness. Because they're so vibrant looking. Like, I think we're gonna create some really awesome stuff with them. Lots of purple up here, but that's fine. That's how we did it. Okay. Almost done with this. How are we doing on time? 11:57. I think this will end up timing just perfect. Okay. Make sure to get all that turquoise. Get the rest of that purple. There we go. Now, since this is still wet and I don't actually have my heat gun dried, we're going to go directly from pencil to paper to get in the rest of this. So let's go ahead and grab our black. Oh, yeah. 1,500 for a charm. Kim, is yours done? I feel like it's almost done, isn't it? Maybe it's done. I have to look at the ones. I got to put the ones back up from previously. But I will look in, I'm going to figure out where I can post it, where everybody can see the progress of their squares so they can remember what they have and whatnot. I could probably just add it at the bottom of the fact page. That could probably work. And I will most definitely be sitting down with Butterflies and Mrs. Butterfly's squares and getting the square squared away. A little bit of black. Who even am I? Never use black, but I do now. Okay. I think that's close enough for now. If I do any more, like, the water's gonna start to break down. Right? Yeah, I absolutely love it. Well, that was a lot of fun. I mean, we went over like a ton of art supplies, which we are going to be covering so much of it over the next 6 months or so. No relation, right? Oh, well. But yeah, we got to play with the pan pastels and the super colors, but yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you are more than welcome. And you can put anybody's name on it. It doesn't have to be yours or anything. You are welcome to get another square. Absolutely. You could do your name and do another, like do a hand stitch one or whatever you want to do. It is up to you. Right? This is great. I mean, I figured it was kind of low key when we came back. As far as what we're going to do on Wednesday, we might start an actual page with one of these new supplies. If I can get a chance to do some NeoColor 2 research, we might do those. But just stay tuned and then we'll dive into it together. We got loads of fun stuff to do, so it's going to be great. All right. I'm going to head out. Thank you everyone for being here. Thanks for hanging out. Thank you for the birthday wishes and those of you for the birthday gifts. Y'all are amazing. It's good to be 39. 29. Anyway. All right, everyone. If you celebrate Easter, if that's your thing, have a wonderful Easter. Otherwise, have a great weekend. I'll see you in a few days. Glad to be back. It was a nice little recharge. And yeah, a very watercolory effect. Yes, very much so. All right, everyone. Thanks for being awesome. I'll talk to you later. Bye.